We are back. We are back, Mr. Ambassador, my friend Raymundo. Okay. We are here, and we talk about Brazil, a great country, a big country, an important country now, which was, as far as I understood from you, kept close by Europe, but not so close as we were expecting, as you are, your legacy is European, at least from the 16th century. Sure. But I want to go to the contemporary life and to ask you a question which is regarding another, let's say, not so positive aspect of Brazil. Is regarding the life, the killings of the women and the aggressions against women in Brazil. It's rising, and I've read that every 2 hours, in a study I can give the source, every 2 hours a woman is killed in Brazil. How is that possible? You have so beautiful women. I mean, it's Brazil is is the country with the Romania is the one with the most beautiful women in the world. But anyway, you are the second.
Romania are the most beautiful.
In my view, I have to defend my country, and I believe that Romania has the most beautiful women in the world. But Brazil also is known for that. How is it possible to have such a statistic to be the country in the world with the biggest aggression against women?
You know, in fact,
I mean, what is the reality? Maybe these studies are not correct. I don't know.
No, in fact, the aggression against women is a problem all around the world.
It is.
Yeah. In some other countries, I have also read some data which are not good. In the EU, for example, I have some information that 1 in 3 women have been, since the age of 15, have been harassed or physically or sexually abused.
One out of 3 European
women, and this is also in one study from the European Institution of Human Rights. So you see, it's a problem that has to do with. I think it has to do with many things. First, with tension. By men because of economic problems. Secondly, lack of education in the young period of life about rights. And basically, it's a problem that affects many societies.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was quoting
in my country. It does happen, and we have a very first of all, we have now a president who's a woman.
Absolutely. Yeah. Dilma Rousseff, which is your current president.
Yes. Secondly, that we have developed many first very strict laws against men.
Yes.
Yeah. We try to curb this as much as possible. We have developed even a kind of a police station only for women, that they can go and report what happened at home.
Yes.
So we think that little by little, with repression, not physical repression, but applying the laws, we understand that things will little by little get better.
I was quoting a study which, it's correct to nominate the source, is the Latin American Social Science Institute in Brazil. And they say that at every 2 hours a woman is killed in Brazil. And that is, in my view, when I read that, it's absolutely amazing.
That's absolutely amazing.
It is not something that makes you feel very good.
No.
It's something which is you need to deal with.
Yeah.
But Mr. Ambassador, let's be honest, Romania is not a model.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm not saying that we are a model and look what happens in Brazil, because Romania, you at least you managed to elect a woman as president. The Romanian society is still having troubles with accepting women to be in the leadership positions. So we are not an example, but still to have a woman killed at every 2 hours, it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And you're completely honest with us explaining the causes. Another aspect I wanted to discuss with you, and is known by the Romanian citizens, because you have this rich, huge forest, the Amazon region. You are accused, well, not accused, but it's you are criticized for deforestation. Deforestation, which is cause of global impact of the environment. And what is your response? Is Brazil capable now to stop the deforestation? Because another report is saying that between 2014 and 2015, the deforestation of the Brazilian Amazon almost tripled. Yeah. And I want to know if it is true, and if so, what do you think it should be happening? Because it's a reach of the world, the Amazon.
Yeah. If we take a longer period from 2003 until 2004 to 2013,
yes,
there was a decrease in deforestation of 79%.
Oh, okay.
So if we take a shorter period, and I'll go to that in a moment, but if you take a longer period, you have a decrease of 79% from 28,000 square kilometers to 6,000 square kilometers. So it is a big difference. It's a big difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, think of that region in the Amazon. It's far from everywhere. It's difficult to reach.
It's far even from your capital.
Yeah,
Brasilia,
far from the capital, far from the big cities. Difficult for the police to intervene. We have developed, and this is one of the reasons why there was this decrease. We have developed a program of measuring and supervising by satellite. We have done this, and this was a big advance, because the moment you locate, you send immediately people to there. And there are also other programs that go with this repression, which is educating the people who live in the forest, teaching them techniques of sustainable development to avoid them to make the easiest thing for them, which is to cut the tree and sell it to another guy who is doing a terrible job.
Yes.
The
same with the drug traffickers.
The same with drug traffickers.
I'm putting this on the agenda of our discussion, this subject, because it is important to speak about the environment, and it is important to speak about the future of our children.
Yeah.
Why? Because the Amazon is, your region is by far one of the richest in the world. Yeah. And it's one of the main provider of oxygen for the entire planet.
They say that the lungs of the world.
The lungs of the world are the Amazon. So if we start from here, the discussion really makes sense.
Yes.
And that's why I made this. I told you this comment that between in the last year, at least the last 2 years, was a big deforestation. Comparing the years between them, not comparing with the last decade. But in the same time, I understand that you are aware of this impact. and the forest and the reach of the forest is still there. And I would like you to tell us a little bit more about this region. You are a federal state. I should tell the people that you are a state with, you have 27 states.
Yes.
And being a federal state is not easy to actually control from the central government everything that is happening there. But the states from the Amazon region, do you find them capable to administrate all the beauty and all the rich areas that are there in natural aspects?
Well, if you see, the Amazon region is almost 1/3 of South America. So it's a big area. The states are completely, perfectly aware of their jobs. They have to have the money. They have to have also money from the central government. And things go on developing as much as well as possible.
And with regard to your neighbors, if we look to the neighbors, especially from the north or even just from the east, do you feel that they are accountable themselves also towards these issues, or it's? I don't want you to criticize. I'm just asking.
Alexandru, after another subject which is, I think, important in terms of it's the negotiations in the for the environment.
Yes, you are very active here.
We are very active. But little by little, all countries have found out that it's either we do something from now on seriously, or our sons and great sons will suffer. So if you talk about the Amazon countries, they are also very aware of the fact, and they are doing their best.
But they are weaker states than Brazil. And I'm wondering how much powerful are those states to stop the illegal deforestation, because I don't know, Bolivia, or I don't see Venezuela being so strong as Brazil, with an economy like Brazil. And if you have a big economy, you have a strong economy, you have a strong army as well, police and so on. So that's why I put it to you this question. I understand that they are aware. But
they are aware. They have a smaller area to supervise, and as far as I know, they are doing well, quite well. As Brazil, as you said, in the last 2 years there was an increase. It's these people who are working for bad objectives, they are unstoppable. You stop them here and then they start over there.
It's true. How is Brazil? You are one of the most active countries in coming to a common agreement to combat CO2 emissions. And here, I should say, as a Euro-Atlantic person, that United States is one of the countries which is opposing to that. As you know, to the Tokyo Agreement, they were against. So how is Brazil getting involved and active in combating the CO2 emissions?
Well, Brazil, from the beginning, this subject started in the 70s, more or less. When there was they studied the acid rain that was coming with the rain. And then things started in Stockholm, the first meetings. And in 1992, we hosted the big event, which was the Rio 92. At the end of this conference, there were 5 big agreements open to signature. One of them was the climate change treaty. The other was biodiversity, in which I was working before coming here. So it's another beautiful subject. But anyway, another for desertification, there's another treaty on that. They were all opened in 1992. And then you had 20 years of negotiations, of
Yes.
trying to get to agreements. And in 2012, there was another big round in Brazil to check the results of the 92 and all the efforts that came after that. It was called Rio Plus 20.
Yes.
And this happened in Brazil. So we are very much committed to that. We are very much for the CBDR principle, which is the common but differentiated responsibilities. All countries have responsibilities.
Who are the countries which are mainly supporting, and who are the countries which are not really on your agenda? I mean, because here it's about economy, Raymundo. You know that.
Yeah.
And if America was against the Tokyo Agreement, it was because their economy would have been affected heavily if they would have accepted the Tokyo Agreement on environment. So I'm asking you, who are the countries which are working with you very closely on climate change or combating climate change, and who is, let's say, on board, who is not on board?
Well, from different points of view, everybody is working. Even the United States now, they are little by little they are coming to closer to
Yes.
to something that could come out as a result, because time is moving, and you have been noticing this climate change manifests itself in different ways. In some places, it rains very much more than it used to rain.
Yes.
In some other places, it doesn't rain. In some others, it's very hot, like in India today.
Yes.
In some others, it gets very, very cold. So this is the thing. In Paris now, in December, they will be working on another concept, which is the intended nationally determined contributions. Because each one will nationally, by his own will, do something.
Yes.
And present what this one will do. Let's see how it develops, because we are really approaching more and more dangerous area.
We are on the edge, if you ask me.
Definitely,
we are on the edge, and some countries don't see that, and they don't pay enough attention. Mr. Ambassador, we still have 4 minutes to go, and I don't want to disappoint the football fans, because I'm not such a big fan of football, to be honest with you. I played when I was little in the school, but I am not, let's say, one of the people staying in front of the TV and watching all the matches. But still, we have a lot of fans of football in Romania, including of your championship, including of your national team. And I want to ask you, how come Brazil lost the last World Championship? It was really surprising, but at the same time disappointing for you.
It is. Can you imagine, at home, you lose? I think there was a mistake made by the coach.
It's always the mistake of the coach.
Always the coach. Because we have great players which are still young. They are still young. They are 30, and they are very experienced. But the coach decided to invite new guys, new young boys, which were not so experienced, and to play against the Germans is tough. And
well, it's tough, but if you ask me, I like, if I watch a game, I like how you play, because you play for fun. Not the Germans which are playing like a machine. It's still a game. It's football, but it's a game, no?
Yeah, but the result was 7-1.
Yes. Well, if you want to remember that,
I have to.
If you want to remember that, it's okay. But 7-1, it's indeed a big defeat for you. But still, give a positive message for Romanians regarding your football team and.
Our football will never come to a lower situation than it is right now. So the perspective is positive.
Well, we're not the best as well. I mean, we almost lose all the matches we play. It was a real pleasure to have you invited, and the time was flowing.
My God, yeah.
We had so many other subjects to discuss about, but I would like you to give a last message for Romania and Romanians, because this is one of my obsessions. Brazil is a country with a great beauty, natural, people, whatever, geographical. So I wanted to give a last message why and where the citizens of Romania should visit and go for visiting Brazil.
Well, when the Romanians go to Brazil, three things that I think they should see. The Amazon, which is a little far away, but flying, it's 3 hours from Rio. And then Rio, of course, and I would say Bahia, the capital of Bahia, which is Salvador. It's very typical. It's very interesting, and they have all these candomblé, which is those dances that they have. It's real fun. I've been there a few times, and it's worthwhile.
Mr. Ambassador Raymundo, I appreciate very much the time you spent with us in this talk show. It was wonderful to have you. It was very pleasant not to discuss about wars and and other things like that, but to discuss about a country which is extremely powerful now, understood its lessons, and it's proving to the Portuguese colonists, the first time when they discovered their colony, for 200 years almost, even more than that. You prove to them that you are now a big and superpower, and this is something that we have to learn. I tell at the end of each talk show the same story to our citizens. We are not alone on the earth. We are. The globe now is very close. It's not so far the distance anymore. The techniques and let's say the modernization, the globalization is bringing the countries closer. But again, thank you very much for accepting this invitation.
Alexandru, for me, it has been a great pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
I love to live in Romania, and thank you for having me, and thank Realitatea TV for having me.
Thank you. Vă mulțumim și dumneavoastră și vă așteptăm cu plăcere la o altă ediție a emisiunii Ambasador România. O seară bună!